And regresamos. Welcome back to the Encore Customs present the San Francisco Safari, supported by Unova. This is Juan Bernal.
I'm John Braidman.
Ready to kick off the back. We have an exciting finish coming up. I'm really excited. And I know I saw the end of it, but I'm really curious to see what happened in the middle, in between.
This event ends up on this fantastic hole, playing hole 15T to this basket up on a picnic table in the meadow. You can see our own Danny Kerfeld finishing up his round in a big way.
I really like the use of the picnic table instead of just using a pole. Using some custom that table, I bet you a lot of us have sat on there. We spent a lot of hours in there, so it really makes it special.
Oh yeah, I've eaten many a turkey sandwich from the local delis in this area on that table, and you always have a good crowd of people having fun out there.
Yes, definitely a tournament that's a family affair. You can bring anyone out here to spectate or just hang out, have a good time. Definitely a special community out here.
We've got one stroke basically separating everyone on this card, and we've got Michael Powell as well coming up from the chase and putting himself squarely in the conversation. We will see if he can make a run at the lead.
Yes, Michael Powell making the charge from the chase card, playing really clean. And I know hole 18 is always one that there's a lot of action, a lot of movement can happen on hole 18.
Andrew Miranda having taken the lead just over the last few holes from Jeff Faes. We'll see if he can hold it down. Hole 10, this is the fifth of the temp holes. Very pretty hole. You've got these trees everywhere, nice green grass, a lot of wind coming off the polo field to the right. There's kind of two ways you can go at it, either straight up the gap or there's another opening to the left for a forehand. You see the wind is really pushing those flags.
Yeah, very challenging birdie to get. So much to miss. Curious to see what everybody picks. Kind of reminds me of hole 4. Maybe a little bit more wooded.
It does. And it's not as downhill either.
Andrew decided to go backhand. Hits a tree. That is a tree that's, I would say, the biggest barrier on the fairway. You kind of want to miss that. And if you do, chances are is you're going to give yourself a putt. Jacob with that flex sidearm. Ooh. Kind of gets a bad reaction.
That was a big kick.
Wow, all the way across the path there.
Yeah.
Jeff also choosing sidearm. Keeps it low. Yeah, that grass is so beautiful. It just catches everything. Very hard to get skips off of that grass.
I feel like Jeff's got a putt from there, though.
Woo. Andy putting it close. It is so windy. You don't want to give yourself a putt if you don't have to.
And Andrew does leave himself on the correct side of the basket, which is the upwind side, I guess you'd say.
Jacob making sure there's no bikers coming in.
And that's right there.
Yeah, that tree to the left, if you're on the wrong side, it could definitely prevent you from looking at the basket. I thought he was canning that.
It was a good miss.
Just a little short.
And Swenson's feel like he's known for his long-range putting, and he hasn't really put a lot in during this round.
Yes, I would say Leif, one of his strengths, other than just technical straight lines, he's a really great putter. Probably also banging some circle 2 putts. Sometimes it's like that. It's hard to kind of get into a groove, and it's kind of windy and slow, but see if you can pick it up.
And I believe our entire card will take par on this hole.
That being said, Leif is still only one shy of Jeff, who is one shy of Andrew.
Very close.
Jeff with that sidearm. I know he's been saying he's been really throwing that really well lately, just showcasing.
Hole 11, this is the 6th temp hole. A very short hole. You've got to just get through these 2 trees here. And if you do, you'll have a nice look at the basket. Just don't go to the right. There's a lot of brush there and a coyote den.
Yeah, this is another one where it's just really tough to keep it from going too long. That tailwind just wants to keep you straight.
Great shot.
I really like the sidearm play on here. It seems if you just throw it down with some kind of stability, it should give you a putt.
That's right.
Ooh.
Left his a little bit more wide, but he's certainly in the circle.
Oh my God. I thought we were.
I thought for sure he'd can that one just because I was talking about his putting.
Commentators crazy, but I was like, oh, prove us wrong. Jacob with a look.
Oh, just low.
Leaves it short. Trying to get back in there. All these strokes, I wonder if everybody's looking at their score. I know there's 2 ways of doing it. Some people like to look at their score, some people don't. I know with a close match like this, I wonder how everyone's playing their game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing everybody wants all the birdies out here. So most of these temples,
Yeah.
they're birdie plays.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. I think they're gonna start looking at their scores on the back when you have a choice whether you're gonna challenge a more difficult hole. I think they're all just. You've got a game plan on these holes, and I don't see why you'd change from it. But that said, so for some of them, it might help them to look at the score, know where they're at.
The game plan, birdie all of them, right?
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Oh,
Okay.
good save. I know the wind here was pushing left to right. Jeff with that flex play.
Oh, nice.
Looking buttery the whole way. That's going to be a 2 look.
That's his reactor.
We have a little bit of a crowd back there.
Yep. A lot of people put in a lot of time on this course and with this club.
Leif with another great shot. Good commitment. Give himself a putt. That's going to be most likely a 2.
Now Andrew really wants this one.
Gives it a good bid.
Just an inch or 2 low.
Great putt. Great focus by Jacob. There seems to me like there's something's going on back there.
Yep, there's a crowd of pedestrians maybe
Yep.
looking for a picnic spot or something, and Leif waves them on.
Yes. You don't have to putt if you're not ready. And Jacob puts it in, so he's ready.
Mm-hmm.
All routine putts for these fellas. And Leif, 27 down.
And everyone will gain 1 stroke on our leader, Mr. Miranda. Jeff now tied.
Jeff with that weight transfer. He's just got such a unique throw. Puts all his weight into it. Comes out very smooth. Someone told me he uses 2 fingers. Can we confirm?
I would like to know. I don't know. His throw does look very effortless. And here we are in hole 13. This is hole 10 up on the stump position. Basically, you throw a sidearm or an ante drive and try to get it close, because you do not want to have to make a long run at this basket.
A little extra high. Yeah, that height definitely killed the distance. It does play a little bit uphill, but not that uphill. Yeah, this is a dealer's choice. You can go backhand, sidearm. I would imagine if you have the sidearm, it's probably a little bit easier. It's a little shorter than the other pin. This is a tough one. This is one that you kind of want to put close and not give yourself a long putt.
Yes. And sawing it off like that can end up putting you into a lot of trouble. I think the mistake is to leave it wide left if you can.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to hug those trees. They kind of sneak up on you. And also it can be very challenging if you're in the wrong place.
Oh, he's in a bad spot.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We all know that. We all know that's a bad spot.
Good run, though, at the basket. Jacob is throwing over this fence.
The safety net. I think that's, oof, almost puts it in.
Hits the band.
Jeff with a very uphill look. No action. Very easy to roll back on that one.
And that's the smart
Yeah,
play.
it's a smart one.
If you're where he is.
I feel like I've seen Leif bang that putt from that distance. Sometimes it's better to score. I know he's pretty close to the top, so not really worth it on this one. Probably find other ones to score on.
Yeah, he's 2 strokes off. He's putting well, but they're not dropping. And
No,
so,
this is the one that's it's just too dangerous of a green. It's kind of windy out here. Not worth it. Take your medicine. It hurts less, and score on another hole. No, none of the leaders also got strokes, so most people, unless you're parked, you're probably going to take a 3.
Yep. On to hole 14, 11A, in the Alt-T position, you are throwing over this valley and then down to a position that's just on the other side of the fallen log right there.
Ooh, almost like Mortal Kombat.
That's the level of our graphics package is Mortal Kombat 1. We're hoping to get to Mortal Kombat 2 by next year.
We need some of that. We need more of that, please. Yeah, this is one where you just kind of want to throw something kind of stable and let the disc do the work. Take a 2 on this hole.
Yeah, everyone's expecting it to. Just don't leave it short.
That's still putting. If you're right behind that, probably in the circle.
Now, do you prefer a putt that is looking uphill or looking downhill?
I would always go uphill. The downhill putts, especially in this wind, they could sail away.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little short. Maybe some footing issues.
This hill is very sandy.
Very solid putt by Andrew. Jeff to keep up. Easy. Easy peasy. Jeff and Andrew both 30 down.
Leif likely to be at 28, so only 2 off. And he is. I feel like there's more holes upcoming that you can get into more trouble on.
Yeah, there's still a few tricky holes. This one definitely sets up well if you have a big backhand shot. You kind of want to throw a flat shot or a hyzer and give yourself a 2-look.
It says 341, but it probably plays more like 450 to 500 to actually get up there. It's very uphill. Jeff turns that one over.
Yeah, this definitely, it's one of those, it's just far enough that you have to put a little bit of a good line on it to get there. Another putt where it's better to be closer than far. There is a little bit of danger.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the risk there, is that you hyzer out over the basket and end up down in the valley instead of up on the hill.
Yeah, you really want to challenge this height over here. And I think most people are thinking overstable disc, but you kind of want it to kind of hyzer flip a little bit in order to stay up there. With some stable, it's really easy to go with gravity and go on the hill.
Mm-hmm. He probably has the best look at it.
This is a good one where the basket's on 12B. A lot of people, when they're throwing that pure hyzer line, they end up over there. This time they actually want to do it on purpose. Andrew almost gets it from the bottom. Jacob can give it a 1. Same thing.
I think we'll see a bunch of par cleanups here and move on to the next one.
Yeah, another one where I think it's definitely the 2s into play. Hoping someone would get it. I know they definitely throw far enough. It's just a little bit of wind and easy to hyzer out.
Mm-hmm. And the wind does change up this valley from kind of what it is on the previous hole. Yeah, 2 drives that end up almost exactly the same place.
I can see their throws over and over. Definitely some tips on how to throw.
Yeah. Hole 16. This is hole 13. It's in the alcove there to the left. Got to get through a lot of trees to get there. I think this is a hole where you could see some scoring separation between the players on this card.
Yeah, any little kickoff, there's definitely some danger. Oh, not the best kick. You see that ivy stump? That stump that's full of ivy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gap is the biggest gap, and you kind of want to throw your disc right above that. Easier said than done. Ooh, wow. Great shot. Not a great reaction. Great shot by Leif. Andrew seen Jeff out of position, wants to take advantage of this one. Ooh, also hits the tree you just want to miss.
Just a little one right in the middle of the fairway. Kind of have to throw right at it to get there.
Who said trees are mostly air?
Nice angle on that.
Wow. Long. Whew. Don't see that too often. This is a tricky little upshot. There's a lot of trees in the way, especially as you approach the basket.
I think a lot of us have had this upshot. A lot of us have hit that tree or an early tree. And it's pretty difficult to get all the way up there.
Yeah, there's
he does.
Definitely one of the best screens here at Golden Gate Park. There's just so much going on. Something you gotta miss. Andrew putting it close.
Yep, keeping the pressure on.
Looks like he kind of has a putt. Seems to be those trees on the right. Can't get a full wider stance. Jeff with the 4. Great putt by Jacob. Way to take advantage. And he puts himself at 27 under.
Yep, climbing back up.
Leif lining this up.
This hole is playing slightly under par.
Oh. Not something we want to see.
Not something you see often from him either.
Yes. Leif, great putter.
Miranda taking the par. And that'll keep him in the solo lead as Jeff about to take a bogey here with just 2 holes left.
2 holes left. Wow, this round is flying. I know Michael Powell on the chase card still making moves.
Yes, he is. And we'll see if we catch up to him later.
Yes, a little bit of a backup on this next hole. Nothing that would phase these folks. I know they're in the game.
Hole 17. This one is in the B position. Basically just got to throw it straight down the hill. Miss all the trees. Don't go too far.
Yeah, another really good hole 17. A lot of score separation. The OB is right there. Jacob testing that. Does it have enough comeback?
Gets through everything.
Ooh.
And
clears the road. Let's go have a look.
Yep.
Leif. Throwing a straight shot as well.
And Heiser's out.
Safe though. Another one where the OB's road comes into play very quickly.
Big drive from Miranda here.
Oh
no.
no. Star Wars goes the Star Wars route. Kicks him out of bounds. Oh no. Definitely
Drama here on hole 17. Jeff looking to take advantage.
Yeah, must be a lot of nerves coming up. 2 holes left. See your opponent go out of bounds.
Oh,
that's fine. That's okay. I know it's not ideal, but I think worst case scenario is going out of bounds off the tee.
yep.
Yeah, everybody, we're all out here watching. There's a little bit of a backup. We're all spectating.
And that's a good play from Miranda. He will have a fairly straightforward putt for his bogey.
Yeah, Jeff just wants to put it close. You don't really want to give yourself putts if you don't have to out here, unless they're for birdies.
And he does. So Jeff looking to claim a stroke from Miranda here on hole 17.
Leif, circle 2 putt, elevated basket. Almost dunks it. Jacob definitely not out of it. He needs to convert on this one.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is not an easy putt.
It is not an easy putt. It's not. Or not for most of us.
That was great. That's clutch to make that bogey save, keep himself tied with Faes. Ooh. Flops it in.
Ooh. Last hole. Jeff Faes 29 down. Andrew Miranda 29 down. And from the chase card, Michael Powell also 29 down.
That's right.
They all have one hole left to play, and they're all seeing each other play and see how it turns out.
Yeah, hole 18, you're playing from 15 tee pad through these trees out onto the meadow. The meadow is not out of bounds, but there is out of bounds to the right and around behind the basket. The basket is on top of a picnic table, but in the same location that you see here with OB behind it. Great finishing hole, and there's a big backup here. So as our lead card got up to the tee, we saw chase card teeing off.
Yeah, I was talking to Michael Powell about this, and he just really wanted to give himself a look on the first one. Oh, double kick.
Yeah, he's over there. His upshot we don't have on film, but he does end up here on his upshot. So now he's putting for bird.
Almost sinks it in.
Just inches away from getting the bird.
Mike knows it. Mike knows it. I think he was thinking, too, to make sure at least he puts himself in there for a potential tie or a playoff or some kind of action.
Well, he's in for par, and that means he is tied with Jeff and Andrew. And so all he has to do is watch them come in and hope for someone to mess up.
Yeah. Great tournament by Mike Powell. He's been playing really good. Yeah, the play here is just get to the meadow. I know there's also some really funny things that could happen. Another play is if you just kind of throw it by A, there's another hyzer that opens up for the birdie, but I think some of these folks are thinking an eagle look.
Oh, yeah. This is a beautiful drive.
Yeah, Leif trying to put a good bid on it. Yeah, from there should be relatively easier up and down. Probably 200 or less. Jeff, a lot of pressure off this one. You just want to keep it clean.
He needs the birdie to avoid a playoff here.
Throws it up. Oh my gosh. Just hits the tree. That was looking perfect.
Hard to get birdie from there.
Yeah, I think Andrew, this is where I was talking to him also before, and he was just really feeling the sidearm. He said he was just going to throw it and just land in the middle. I know this was the play. I was very curious to see how he played this.
Looking good.
Hits the ghost tree back there. Wow, this is an exciting finish. Both leaders. Not an easy upshot. And we have Michael Powell at 29 down.
Jeff throwing first.
Jeff gives it the height. Committed. Is it long enough? Ooh, that's probably a little bit outside of circle one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is nerve-wracking. Andrew.
He's thinking, put it closer.
Wants to put the pressure on Jeff. Looks to be a little bit of a tighter gap.
That looks too high.
A little extra height on that. Is it safe?
Oh, OB.
No.
OB.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Jacob trying to get up and down from very difficult position. Lays out.
Also leaking a little bit.
Great throw from there, though.
Yeah, once you make it to the middle, it's not too challenging of an upshot. Leif showing us how it's done.
Nice. That's how close he was.
He really wants to make this. Puts a little bit of pressure on Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, gives it the height. Jacob coming up.
It is difficult to make these putts with everyone watching at the end of your tournament.
Yes. And Jeff, this is for the win with Mike. Also being a 29 under.
If he misses, it's a playoff.
Right in the center. Jeff takes it down. I believe this is his first A-tier win. Wow, this is
so great to see him take it down.
so happy for Jeff. I know we're all a fan of his. I would say some of us say he was one of our idols, one of the first people to come out on Central Coast Disc Golf, at least here in California. Jeff Faes.
And such a nice guy, so down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
Miranda finishes off his tournament. 28 down.
Yeah, probably not the way that Andrew wanted to finish, but the future is bright for him and everybody else on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob with a cleanup. Ends up tied for 5th. And everyone so happy for Jeff. Although this is his first A-tier win, we all know Jeff's a winner. And what a clutch finish from Jeff.
Yeah, to win it on the last putt, I think that's every player's dream.
Oh, yes. We're all super happy. Jeff, celebration. We're all loving it. I think that's the great thing about disc golf. It's very, very unique. I don't know if other sports have it. And we've seen this tournament over the weekend out in Europe. Paul and James Parker, another local level boss, battling it out. But we're also super happy no matter what happens. You have Andrew in the back clapping.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2023 San Francisco Safari MPO Division, Jeff Faes.
Thanks, everyone. I know I moved away a little year and a half ago. I still feel like I'm at home here. Love this club. Thanks to everybody that steps up to TD it. We got another crew coming up every year, it seems, of people taking on the responsibility. I love it here. I'll keep coming back as long as my body will allow it. 2 years in a row, Masters player ages have won MPO. People got to bring it. Start bringing it. The young guns. Where are all the young guns at? Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, Jeff calling out the young guns in his speech. I love that.
I love it too. I think it's, again, we all want to keep it professional, but it's all about the fun and all about the disc golf. So here we have the total scores. Jeff with a 30 down and a close finish by Michael and Leif, tied for 2nd. And shout out to Owen Scoggins. Yeah, Owen's shooting a minus 25 down herself. Probably would have been enough for 8th. And I know Owen, I mean, such a pleasure to have her come out. And again, just want to keep doing that. We need more more people like coming out, and we want to make sure they feel welcome.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love her game. I love watching her play, and I love that she came out to this event as well. She finished with a massive putt.
Yeah, super happy, super awesome event. Always look forward to this one. And John, thank you for allowing us to capture some of this and share it with the world.
It's my pleasure. I love following this event. I love playing in it, and it's a great club, and it's great doing commentary with you. Nice work, and thank you all for listening. This is John Braidman with Local Route Productions.
Hasta la próxima. This is Juan. You can look me up on Hira Disc Golf. That's where I put a lot of my disc golf stuff. And thank you.
All right, we'll see you out there.